I'm Cynthia Rothrock. Welcome to my stretching and workout routine. I'm going to take you through some of the exercises that I really love to do and I find beneficial for flexibility. People ask me a lot of questions about stretching, and one of the main questions is, can I do a split? That all depends. Everybody is really concerned about getting into a split position. All our bodies are different, and the way we're built and the way our chemistry is made up is going to depend on what flexibility we can achieve. But one thing I can guarantee you is the more you stretch, the more flexible you'll become. Some of the things that has helped me is to vary my routine. If you do the same stretches over and over again, your body's going to get used to the stretching routine, and it's not going to be as effective. So it's good to take some exercises, do them for a while, and then go into a whole new routine. Or say, for example, you want to work on your hamstrings, do some exercises for a month, and then completely change your routine, and then go back to it later. So that way your body doesn't get used to that type of stretching. Another question people ask me is, when should I stretch? A good time to stretch is in the morning, because our body is really tight, and you'll find that you won't be able to stretch as easy as if you were stretching during the day. Another good time is at night, because our body is warm, and you'll find that you'll achieve a little bit more flexibility. Same thing goes, vary it. Stretch in the morning, afternoon, or evening. The more you stretch, the more flexible you're going to become. The more flexible you become, the healthier you become. The first exercise we're going to do is stretch out the neck muscles. A lot of times people will ignore the neck, and if you have tension in your neck, this will cause headache, or it could cause strain in your shoulders or back problems. So it's really important to stretch that out. First thing I want you to do is bring your head forward until you feel the stretch into the back. On 2, bring it back, lifting it up as far as you can. 3, take it to the side so you feel the stretch coming all the way down the side of your neck. And 4, over to the other side. Okay, let's do that again. 1, bring your head forward. 2, back. 3, to the side. And 4, over to the other side. And one more time. Forward. Now if you want to add a little more tension, you could take your hands and slightly give yourself a little pressure, pushing it forward. This will cause a little bit more stretch. 2, bring it back. 3, to the side, and take your hand and slightly bring it over so you feel a little more intense stretch coming down the neck all the way into your shoulder. And to the other side. Now when you're doing this, you want to take your time. Don't push it really hard. Just slowly come up and in. Next exercise we're going to work on is our shoulders. Okay, what I want you to do is take your feet apart and bend your knees. Drop down. Keep your knees pushed out over your legs. Now, a lot of times when we do our exercises, we're going to be working different parts of the body. So what we want to do is get our body flexible, and we want to get it strong at the same time. Now, take your arms in big circles, and you're going to come forward. Keep the arms straight and all the way around. Okay, we're going to do this for about 20 times, breathing out. Now, as you're doing all these exercises, you never want to hold your breath. Okay, now we're going to reverse, going back the other way. And extend your arms as far as you can. Stomach in tight, back straight. Good. And come up, shake your legs out. Next exercise we're going to work on is working arm coordination and also flexibility in the shoulders. What I want you to do is take your 2 hands in a fist, and your first circle is going to come forward. At the same time, your other hand is going to go back, and you're just going to circle them out, relaxing your body, loosening up the arms. Now you might find that this one is a little bit hard on your coordination. What you want to make sure you're doing is if this hand's coming forward, this one is not coming forward. One's going forward and one's going back. And now reverse. Take your other hand forward and back. Breathe out, stomach in. Good. Next, we're going to work on the waist. So what I want you to do is keep your stomach in tight, back straight, and take your hands, open them up, and put them along your waist. From this position here, your hands are going to slide all the way across your body and back. So my torso is staying straight ahead, but I'm getting a good twist into the waist and into the back. Hands slide, stomach in, back straight, and breathe. Now open up your hands and the same thing, just let your hands fall back and forth. You should feel a really good stretch into the spinal area. Good, and shake it out. So we did a little bit warm up of the neck, the shoulders, and the back. Now, next position, I want you to take this at your own pace. Remember, stretching is an individual program. Don't try to stretch as far as someone else can, because you can cause damage if you take it beyond your own capacity. Now, what I want you to do is fold your elbows, keep your stomach in straight, and slowly you're going to bend forward without bending your legs. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. I don't want you to go to where it feels painful. You want to go to where you feel the movement, you can feel the pull, but it's not uncomfortable. Now, from this position here, stomach in, and we're just going to hold it. Try to keep your back straight, legs straight, and down. And breathe. Remember, when you feel an intense stretch, the breathing will help. It's like a meditative process. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly, and imagine how good that stretch is feeling. Now, from this position, what I want you to do is take your hands and you're going to interlock them behind you. Now, for maximum flexibility, you're going to try to bring your palms together. If your shoulders are tight, you're not going to be able to do this. You're going to have your hands open. That's okay. You know where you have to work. From here, slowly bring your hands forward as far as you can, bringing your chest toward your knees, and you should feel a really, really good stretch in the shoulder blades. Stomach stays in, breathe out, hold, and slowly come up, back straight, shoulders back. Now you'll feel it actually brought your shoulders back more. A lot of times we have a tendency to relax our shoulders forward. This is very bad for our posture. If your posture is bad, it'll make your internal organs not healthy. So everything you want to keep straight, erect, and in tight. Okay, next exercise we're going to do is working on the hamstring a little bit. So what I want you to do is take your left foot forward and flex your toe up as far as you can. You could bend your back leg in this position here. Now the main thing is keep this leg straight. A lot of times people will bend the leg they're stretching to get down further. That is only going to help, it's not going to help you get more flexibility. What it's going to do is hinder you, because you're cheating. We don't want to cheat. Remember, stretching is at your own pace. Now, take a fist, and your hand is in an elbow. You're going to come down very slowly, bringing that elbow as close to your toe as you can, keeping that leg straight. And we're going to hold that position. Now, what you're doing is you're not only getting a great stretch in your calf, but it's also going all the way up to your hamstring, into the buttocks, and also in the back. So breathe out when you hold this. Remember, do not take it to where it feels really painful. You're going to take it to where it feels uncomfortable, but enough where you're not going to do damage to your leg. And very slowly come up, shake your leg out, and we're going to try the other side. So your other foot's forward, bend the hand, the elbow, stomach in tight, and down to your toe. Now you might notice that one side is more flexible than the other. That's usually the case for everybody. You'll find one side's a little bit easier to do. And slowly come up. We have to work both sides. If you find one side is a little bit harder, maybe you might want to concentrate on that side to get it equivalent to your other side, so both sides are evenly balanced. Next, what I want you to do is take your right foot forward so your toes are straight, and your back foot's going to be at a 45-degree angle. Now, body position is very important in this exercise. I don't want you to bend your leg forward like that. I want you to keep pushing it back, stomach in, and your front leg is bent. Now, you don't want to go like this position here because then you're not working it. You really want to push it down so you're really strengthening the quadricep. From this position here, you're going to take your arms out and bring them out so they're completely parallel, like if your hands are resting right on a table. Now, I want you to think that someone is pulling your one hand forward and your other hand back at the same time, shoulders down. I find a lot of people doing this exercise bring their shoulders up. You have to relax the shoulders and bring it down. Look straight over your middle finger and just concentrate. You'll feel that this will really start to work fast and you can feel the strength developing. What you want to do is just relax and breathe and try to hold it. Now, from this position, bend forward as far as you can. And part A, if you're not flexible enough, you're going to take your elbow and rest it on your leg. From this position here, your other hand is going to come up. Now notice how my body turned to the side. I'm bringing my chest up toward the ceiling. If you're a little more flexible, you can take your fingertips and drop them down. And we're going to hold this position here. Now, you always want to remember elongation. From this hand to this hand is stretching up as far as I can, reaching up, looking up at the ceiling. If this bothers your neck, you can keep your head down. But if not, you're going to keep it up and look. Now, we're holding this position. You really are feeling it in your legs. We're building our strength. You're going to take this arm across and come off to the side looking up. Now what you're doing is you're getting a really good stretch up the whole side of the body. Breathe out. Again, feel as someone's pushing my arm out to the side. Now, with strength, come up without moving your legs and slowly bring your leg up. Turn your toes in and we're going to try the other side. Turn your toe out, stomach in, and down. Now you'll also feel this in your arms. If you feel that you have to drop your arms down to take a break, go ahead. If not, try to keep the discipline to keep your hands up. Stomach in, remember, pushing your back leg up, front leg bent sharp. Breathing out. Now slowly reach it forward. Part A, bring the elbow down, hand up and twist looking up. More flexible, fingertips to the floor. If you're really flexible, you could bring your palm down to the floor. Now, slowly bring that hand over to the side and reach. Feel the stretch in the body. And slowly come up. Now, using leg strength only, push up, breathe out, hold, and come up, drop the hands, and relax. Next exercise is one of my favorites. What I want you to do is take your foot forward, bend the leg, and you're on the ball of your back foot. Now, this is a great stretch, especially to stretch in the psoas muscle. We usually don't stretch this muscle, and this is the muscle we need to develop our high kicks. So you're on the ball of your foot. Again, do not bend in like that. I could stay like this all day. You've got to push it up, push that leg up, push this leg forward, stomach in, back straight. Now take your hands all the way up. Interlace them so your index fingers are pointing up. Now we're doing a lot of things. What I'm doing is pushing down with my weight, pushing up with my hands. So I feel someone's pulling me up this way, someone's pulling me down that way, while I am keeping balanced position. Breathe out. Now bring your arms back as far as you can. This here isn't as good as all the way back as far as you can, arms straight. Don't do this. This is a lazy position. Up and out. Remember, we're working our bodies to the extreme to get as healthy as we can and as flexible as we can. Now, from this position, what I want you to do is you're going to take your opposite elbow to your knee and bring it across your body and your knee as far as you can. Now take your other hand, like a pray position, and you're going to twist your back and look up. Now we're working twisting of the spine. All our energy comes from the spine, so it's very important to keep this position strong. Now, from that position, come back into the hands up. You should really be feeling it in your left quadricep. And push up, hands down, and relax. Now we're going to try the other side. From this position, take your other foot forward. On the ball of your back foot, stomach in, push up your thigh, bend your front leg, circle the hands up, interlace, elbows back, and breathe. Now, you could take these exercises individually, and you could hold them for as long as 1 minute. You'll find that if an exercise is something you don't like, you go, oh, I don't want to do that one. That's the one you need to do most. And then eventually, as you get to do it, it will become your favorite exercise. Okay, now take the opposite elbow across. Hand comes on top. And twist upward as far as you can, keeping your back leg straight. That's the hard part. You want to keep the leg straight. And if you find your balance is off, that's okay. Lose your balance and come right back into that position. And slowly come up, hands up, reach up, push down, push out, step up, and hands down. That should feel really great on your legs. Okay, next we're going to work on balance. Balance is very important to practice, especially if you're a martial artist, because when we're kicking, we're on one leg. So we have to have extreme balance. Now, what I want you to do is take your hands up and interlace them. From this position here, you're going to take your left foot forward. Now, since we're doing balance, a couple tricks to help you keep your balance is pick a point straight ahead on a wall and stare at it. If you look around, you're going to lose your balance. Reach up as far as you can, stomach in, lean forward, back leg straight, and hold. Now, from here, take your hands down to the floor, and you're going to walk them back as close to your foot as you can, and you're going to bring your leg up as high as you can. Now, two things. This could be good if you want to challenge yourself a little more. Grab your foot and press your chest into your leg, holding that position. And hands down, feet together, and come up. Okay, let's try the other side. Hands up, interlock the legs, your foot forward, and lean. Breathe out, concentrate straight ahead. Hands slowly come down. Bring your leg up as high as you can. Walk your hands back. If you can grab your leg, grab it. And slowly bring the leg down and come up. Our second balance exercise, what I want you to do is take your foot up and grab the bottom of your foot. Now, you're going to bring your knee to your other leg and squeeze your heel in tight. Now, for better balance, You could bring your hand up and hold, stretching up. You should feel a good stretch coming into the hamstring and also in the quadricep. Now, what I want you to do is slowly come forward. Here comes our balance. Hand out as you lift your thigh, working back flexibility and up. And switch the other side. In, hand up and hold. Breathe out and reach. Slowly come forward. And in. Our next balance exercise, I want you to take your foot up and grab the bottom of the foot. Hand up, stomach in, very slowly bring the leg up and hold. In and down. Now the other leg. Now another way you could do this, you can hold on against a wall at first and try your leg up. So either way, you could work the flexibility against a wall or the balance without the wall. Hand up, breathe, slowly take your leg up, and in. Good job. Next, we're going to come down on the floor and do some stretches there. Now, some of these exercises I showed you might be a little challenge for you and a little advanced, but remember, you take it at your own pace. I always like to see what the challenge is for me because that gives me a goal to work forward to. If I get to someone and I say, oh, this is easy, this is fine, it's like, no, what's the next step? I want to push myself a little bit further. So it doesn't matter how flexible you are, you can always get more flexible. So you just keep practicing and put that challenge to yourself to strive to get better and better for you, not for anybody else. Okay, let's go down to the floor. Okay, first exercise I want you to do is sit down and bring your legs apart. Now, I'm sure you saw this exercise done a lot of times. I'm going to tell you the way that I find is best and has helped me in flexibility. I've seen a lot of people do it different ways, and I don't think you can achieve the maximum flexibility if you do it that way. Feet apart, legs straight. Don't bend your knees in like that. You want to keep them straight. Even if you have to bring your feet in closer, it doesn't matter. You take it at your own pace. Feet apart, toes up. Stomach straight. Now, I've seen a lot of people bend forward, you round the back and try to get your head to the ground. That isn't any good. First of all, you're not stretching your back and you're not going to get the maximum stretch on the inner groin muscles. From here, I want you to keep your hands straight and very slowly come forward. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. You might really feel it here. Keep your back straight. Think of pressing your chest forward. Gradually go a little step by step. Oh, that's good. Maybe in 2 weeks you go another inch. You take it at your own pace and you don't force it. From this position, gradually what you want to get to is coming down to your back on the floor. Okay, So we're going to hold this position. This one's a little bit difficult to talk and hold at the same time. But feet apart, back straight. Remember, stretching out. So now I'm not only stretching my legs, but I am stretching my back. And I'm going to rest my head onto the floor. Breathe, stomach in tight. And now we're ready to come up. Very slowly, walk your hands back, back straight. Bring your legs in and bounce them out. Part B of that exercise, same thing, feet apart. We're going to work the same area on the legs, but now we're going to add the waist. Now, what I like to do is from this position, back straight, I want you to take your hand in with the back of your hand on the floor, and your other hand is going to come over, and you're going to reach. This hand is reaching forward, this one is reaching back. So I really feel this stretch coming into the side. If you can advance a little bit further, what you would do, the next step is come down, try to grab your foot, and twist up toward the ceiling. So I'm really stretching my back at the same time. Wherever you could go, that's fine. Remember, you want to keep these legs straight. Don't bend them, and keep your legs flat on the ground. You don't want to have any space from the leg muscle to the floor. Twist, hold, and slowly come up and switch. Other hand across, back of the hand is on the floor, reach up, all the way out. If this is fine, that's it. If you could go further, grab the foot and twist, holding it here. And you can pull your head down to the knee if you can do that. And slowly come up, hands out, and relax. Bring the legs in. Next, we're going to work on splits. I love to do splits. I couldn't always do a split. It took a while for me to get to it, but I practiced, and one day I got down and I kept it. Now, it's something you have to keep up. If you get your flexibility to a split and then you don't practice for a long time, you'll find that it goes quickly. Sad, but true. So we have to keep practicing this. Now, what I want you to do is take your feet apart, and you're going to bring your hands down to the floor. I want you to keep your back straight. From here, very slowly bring your legs out. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Remember, we're taking it at your pace. What eventually you want to do is get your weight to the back and down and hold into this position. Toes are now facing forward. Okay, we're going to hold this. And from here, we're going to push ourselves up. Bring your feet in. You don't have to jump like that. You can slowly crawl up, or whatever it takes to get your legs up out of that position, and come up. Okay, that's the side split. The main thing is to keep the legs straight. Now, our second split we're going to do is the front split. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this. Now, this is the way I like to teach the split. Bring your feet apart, hands out, and bring your hands to the floor, keeping both legs straight. Now, I see a lot of people doing splits like this, or all kinds of versions. This isn't going to stretch out your legs. You have to keep the legs straight. It might not look as low, but you're working to get that split position a lot faster by keeping the legs straight. So from here, hands are down. Very slowly, you're going to come out as far as you can. If that's it, you go at your own pace, till both legs are straight, and you're into this position here. Stomach in, legs out. The main thing is try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Now, there's different positions people could do. If you can't do the split, you just take it as far as you can. Gradually, you will get lower and lower the more you practice it. From this position here, if you can do this with no problem, you're going to circle your hands up. Again, interlock the hands and up. Now, by doing this, by not using your hands, you're putting your weight completely on your legs, which is going to develop strength. Two, what you could do from this position here is you can bend forward, you could grab your foot and bring your head down to your leg and up. Now, our third challenge is if you could do that, or you could think about doing this, you're going to bring your back leg up, you're going to grab it and push back, which is stretching out the quad. Now, these are a little bit advanced, but you want to keep in mind this is where eventually you can go to. And then slowly bring it down. Now, sometimes when you're doing it, some people have sensitive knees. If you find that this hurts your kneecap, you could take a towel, you could fold it up, place it underneath your knee. and then it won't hurt. And down. Okay, coming out of the split, you're just going to slowly bring your feet up, stand up, and we're going to do the other side. So, feet apart, and again, you'll find that one side is more flexible than the other. You're going to come down, legs straight, and drop down. Back straight. Remember, 2, can come hands up, reach forward, bring the chest down, or take the back leg, bring it up, and back. Now, you can hold this split as long as you want. Again, don't take it to where you're in a lot of pain, just where it feels comfortable. One good rule that I have, if you find that your face is all crunched up and you're making faces, you've gone too far. You should be able to hold a stretch without making faces or wanting to kill me. Okay, and slowly come up, shake your legs out, and the split.